Rightio. Now, let's get it on. Like Donkey Kong. Righto, so what I'm doing here, I'm doing the first part of the rail. Now, I just roughed it off quickly with the sander, but now I'm going to use my block because this part has to be pretty accurate. So by using this, I get that line pretty straight, okay? Because the whole rail's built off the first line you put on it. So look at that. Yep, that looks pretty good. So that's the first sort of what we call line. Now do the second one. And by using this block, I actually get quite a straight line going down there, okay? So, because the whole thing sets up from this point, I'll then adjust the top to the bottom. Righto. That looks pretty good. So now I'll just do a blend. I'm just blending this in. Righto. So I'm just blending in that. So that's, now because I'm doing two boards at the same time, what I'm going to do is put this down, do the other one exactly the same. I remember when I used to do, I worked at a place and sometimes I used to have to do 10 of the one board. I'd have them all lined up on the wall and do every process different. Everyone's got their own way of doing it, but when you're trying to get it exact, you're better off just doing each process before you move on to the next one. Only so you get it the same. That's all we're trying to do. All we're trying to do is create both boards looking the same. So now I go to here again and I do this part. This is coming from a production shaping background, okay? Because they both had the same processes done, I want them to look the same at the very end. Righto. So that's now got a nice flow. This part now. Now this side. Now you see how I did identical things on both boards? Sorry, my little holder here, I might have to put a, I'll try and get it to move over a touch. There we go. That's better. Now you're getting the whole board. Now, again, I'm going to do the blend now. Right, so this is looking, yep, spot on. The only exact true line I've got is this here next to the rail where it was profiled, and the outline. So I'm bringing that together now. Look. Now, next one, I do the top. I'm going to knock this edge off the top. I'll do it quickly with the machine first. I'll check that. Just making sure the line's perfect. Yep. Check this. Now, again, I put it on its edge and use the whole line. Panel beaters do this type of thing. Yeah, it's a very common thing for panel beaters to do, to get things true. Right, now I blend this part in. Oh, this is looking good. Now we're off to Bonny Hills next weekend. We're sponsoring a contest, the Mid-North Coast Girls Surfing Classic. There you go, see how it's nearly there? Perfect. Mid-North Coast Girls Surfing Classic, see that? Nearly there. Okay, only a couple of mil off. This is where the cleaning up will bring it on now. So, do this. I remember I made a comment once, if I was only allowed to shape one board for the rest of my life, nothing else, I had to shape the one board and make it. So that, nearly there. okay? Don't worry about that bit, I've got to take a bit off here. This would be it. It'd be my 50s pig. Because it's such a good fucking board. Now I've got to take a bit more off this one. I just want to check whether it's off the top or off the bottom. Probably off the bottom fractionally, but I'll do a little bit along the top. Now I've got to get a bit more off than I... Yeah, so the 50s pig would be the board I would do without a problem. It's such a nice board. And they go so well. A lot of shapers don't want to do it because you have to do totally not what you do now. Okay, it's like I'd be able to walk into a factory in the 50s and get a job and be able to shape what they're currently doing then, because I'm undoing what I'm doing now. And that's what a lot of people don't. There you go. Now I get the other one to this point too. So that's what I'm talking about, being able to walk into a factory, you know, in the 50s and be able to shape this, or 60s, means you're a shaper, you know, whether it's a 60s pig or anything like that. So that's why I love this board so much. I love it when it comes together like this. Yeah, so to me that's more important than the boards currently now. Doing this at a pretty high level is where I'd love to be. Righto, next one. Sorry, it's got a bit of dust in my face. Just scratched my nose. I'm going to be doing this video over a couple of finishing off these. I'm going to do it slow and steady, make sure they're both the same, because they're going to be two mates. So when they get them, they'll probably lay them in their garage next to each other and spend a couple of hours having a beer and relaxing. Yeah, so, and basically the owners of this, Gary and Dean, have left a lot of it up to me. They've just said do what it is, you know, and I love that because I just try even harder. And that's why I decided to do the board with the GoPro, so they've got a good movie to watch, you know. Because not many people get to see their board get made like this, and the glassing's coming too. I'm going to wear this when I do the glassing too. So what I want to do today is get these shaped, get the bottom laminated. Kim's going to mix up the green for Gary's, get the bottoms laminated, and I'll make one of the fin slabs. I'll make Gary's first, and then do the decks tomorrow in the morning first thing, make Dean's fin slab so I can foil the fins during the day, and after I do the decks I can fin and filler them and on Sunday, and that way they'll be ready for sanding Monday. So now both these boards are going to have the natural finish coat. They're not going to be cut back or polished. So once I sand it, all I have to do is finish coat it, and that's it. I don't do anything else to it. The idea of this board is to have it looking like it was from the 50s, or late 50s, early 60s. And when I spoke to Gordon Woods, I asked him about that. I said, why did so many boards have beads on the rail? And he said when they first started on the fiberglass side, they knew nothing and they were very rough, and that to them was more than acceptable. But then again, in the 60s, when the bead was left on it, they were just too busy. They were doing hundreds a week, and that wasn't necessary, so that's why they were left on. The difference is when you finish coat it, you've got to do it really neat, which I've done. Righto, so as you can see here, perfect, it's looking good. Now I just got to take the rail down a little bit more. I'll use the sander to do this. Sander just takes it off a little bit quicker. Then I do this again, clean up the deck. I love this rail, it is fucking beautiful. And that's why I could make this board for the rest of my life. Excuse me, because I'm doing what the old fellas did in the olden days. Righto, so I'll blend it all that in. Okay, so that's all blended in beautifully. Now I'll check the rail again. See how far off I am. That should fit on, yep, nice and snug. Nice and snug. Okay, this side's a little looser, so I'm going to take a touch more off here. A lot of people are surprised how accurate this board is. A lot of people, you know, are going, fucking hell, it's to the millimetre. Yes, it is. It is to the millimetre. See? Absolutely. Now, I'm just going to take the bead down now. Now, this part comes pretty quick. What I'm doing here is now do this side. The reason I'm going long ways is I don't want any bumps. Righto, so what I've got here, the rail is getting very close. Now put this on again, see how I'm looking. Okay, it's getting there. Now I'm going to do the same on the other side. Now this side, now, again, I'll have a look. Right, starting to get there. I've got to pinch it down a little bit in a little while. Okay, but at the moment, it's looking good. Now I'm going to do the same on the other one. Because as I said, I'm bringing them down together. I want them to both be exactly the same. These blanks are made from orange foam, hard as a rock. Hard as a rock they are. Now, let me check the rail. As I say, I'm doing this slow and steady. Okay, see that? It's not going to take much more to have that fit that perfect. But I'm doing it slow. Both boards have the exact outline. Excuse me, have the exact rocker. Check this one. There you go. Now, what I'm going to do next, just see what the time is. Oh no, I've got a bit longer. Righto, I'm going to make this rail fit now. So I've got to take a little bit off the top. Doesn't have to be much. And I'm going to check the This rail. Yep, that looks pretty fucking good. Check this rail. Oh yeah. Sorry. I'm excited. Now, this should be pretty close now. Okay, it doesn't take much. That's what as you'll see. This is like the very first pigs I did. One of them Mike in California got. Simon got one. Oh yeah. Now, same on the other side. And I know this pig goes so well. Yeah, I know this pig went really, really well. That's why I like to recreate it. Exactly. I've got a couple of very, very good surfers in it, USA, riding this one. Mike, Eric, for starters. Look at that, nearly done. Watch how quick this comes down. Now watch how quick this fits. See there? It's nearly there, only a touch more. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put it on an angle. A little bit easier to work this way. Watch this. Nearly there. Look at that. It's nearly it. Fucking hell. It's so close. That's it. Oh man, there you go, perfect. The exact rail that I had on my first 50s pig. That's the exact template. It's got the exact rocker, it's got the exact outline. So when people order this board, oh man, that just feels, it's not even gauzed yet, that just feels fucking amazing. It really does. Now, I'll do this side. See there? Got to bring the top down. Oh yeah, it's so getting nice. Righto. Just bring this top down a touch. Right. I've always said, look, our industry's full of so many frauds. I wish they had a competition. They got a competition in the USA called board, what is it? Oh, I forget what it is. Board something. Anyway. Oh, look at that. And I wish they had one where, and what I reckon they should do is make it an online one where you film yourself shaping the board, glassing the board, doing the whole lot, to see who the frauds are. Because there's so many frauds in our industry. People you think are great workers and they're fucking hopeless. There you go. Perfect. I'll tell a quick story. I remember working for a company, and hang on. Yeah, I used to work for a company. Anyway, I had an agreement with the guy I work for, and I got paid a certain amount of money every board. Now, what happened was, this other guy came and worked in the factory, and he couldn't shape mouths. So, and I can. So, I shaped him a mal, didn't sign it, he signed it, and gave it to one of his mates, and it was the best mal he had never shaped. And anyway, he said he was going to start doing mals, and I had an agreement with my boss for a certain price, which was pretty low because I had a lot of volume, and it was just a verbal handshake agreement between two people. That's how you do it when you're honest. Anyway, and he was honest, the guy I had the agreement with. Anyway, the other guy said, I'm going to get, my nickname's Pieter, he said, I'm going to get Pieter to shape my mals. And then my bloke I work for said, okay, I'm going to charge you X amount. The what he wanted to charge him was double what I was getting paid. So he thought he was going to make, it was really funny, he thought he was going to make money on me, and double sort of thing. Anyway, I got onto it and I said, no, my agreement's with you, I'll do for that price for you. But the other guy, I ended up saying, no, I'll do it 4 times the price I'm getting paid. So one day he come up to me in the shaping bay, this other guy, and said, oh, I'm going to get you to shape my boards. And I goes, I'd love to. I said, I'd love to shape your boards. It's going to be this much. And then he went, no, so-and-so told me this much. And I goes, oh, no, that's the agreement I had with him for his boards. He's giving me 20 a week, so that's why I'm doing it for that price. You only want 1 or 2. Plus you can't do it to start off with, because I hate phonies. And I said, no, yours is this much. And he fucking, the boss looked over and went, oh, fuck. He knew he'd been caught out, because you can't do that, because my agreement was him, okay? No one else. So the other guy didn't make any more mals. He didn't want to pay the price I wanted to charge him, and he couldn't shape them himself, so it was what we call fucked. And that's what I mean by phonies in our industry, okay? They're everywhere. They are everywhere. We have lots of them. I've never, ever had anyone else shape a board for me. I've never had to ask anyone else. I've even done surf life saving boards, the whole lot. Oh, that's another story. I did that for a company and they ended up ripping me off. They didn't pay me my royalties I was due. So our industry's full of fuckwits, I'm sorry. That's why I like working on my own. That's why the companies I deal with, like Surf Blanks, Midget, South Coast and Burfords, they're the reputable companies. Yeah, so I deal with a lot of good companies. Yeah, so anyway, there's a lot of dodgy companies out there, and one good way to gauge them, if you've never seen me use their products, you'll know why. I only deal with companies with integrity. Oh, fuck, this is looking good. Tell you what, as you can see, I'm doing it exactly the same on each board. I'll go and have breakfast after I get this rail right, then I'll come back and finish it. Yeah, so nearly there. Nearly there. Oh, oh, fuck yeah. This is what it sounds like. Sorry, I gotta check this. So I put that on there, just getting rid of the last couple of perfect. Right, so that fits perfect. Now, what I'm going to do next, I'm going to go with brekkie. These rails are perfect. So what I'm going to do next, I'll come back and make sure the foot up rails are exactly the same and round the edges. Then I'll gauze it. So I've still got a fair bit to go, but they're looking really exact. Anyway, I'll turn this off. I'll be back.